Today we're taking a closer look at what's happened since 3 weeks ago when I decided to cut out caffeine completely. First off, keep in mind, in moderation, caffeine can actually be pretty good for you. It can provide improved athletic performance, an enhanced mood, increased alertness, and an increased metabolism. And people have been using it for decades, so what's the issue? Well, there really isn't one, and you'll have some peace of mind knowing that quitting caffeine was completely a personal decision and a lifestyle adjustment I had to make, and I'll explain why right after we get to the sponsor of today's video, Organics Nature. With sea moss from Organics Nature, you're getting 92 of 110 minerals the body is made of. And aside from getting everything you need, sea moss can also support muscle recovery and a better immune system. Being low in calories and fat also makes it a great tool to support you on your calorie deficit. And as far as food safety and dietary recommendations go, it's important to stick with the serving suggestion of 1 tablespoon per day for the gel or 2 capsules per day for the pills, because while I personally find it's got great flavor by itself and mixes pretty well with everything, excessive iodine consumption and eating too much can cause health complications in the future, so be sure to work smarter. Now back to the reason I actually cut out caffeine, and that's because of this right here. I warned my audience now, my face looks a bit f***ed up, so if you get grossed out easily, please avert your eyes. So what you're looking at is what I believe to be the result of reaching a toxic level of niacin in my bloodstream. And I know this because of WebMD. No, I'm kidding. I know this because all I had that day was 4 energy drinks and a scoop of pre-workout. But yeah, 1 energy drink too many and my entire body is itching, I'm breaking out in hives, and everything's swelling up. It was scary. I could feel my heart beating out of my chest while I'm scratching from head to toe. So I soaked in an ice bath, hydrated through the night, and in the morning I just made a decision. See, the problem I have is that coffee works like really well, and there's only 95 milligrams in a cup. So why are there 150 or even 300 milligrams in my pre-workout or energy drink? Like, what are you trying to do to me exactly? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I understand that most people seem fine after taking 1 scoop or drinking 1 can, but over time that tolerance gets so high that it's easy to neglect or even forget that you've already had so much and you're not even using any of the natural energy that you have. So if you're considering quitting, or you just want to know in general what it was like, just know the withdrawals from cutting out caffeine are no joke. So when I quit, the first issue was finding that natural energy, because I'd never had to use it outside of getting out of my bed to go get that pre-workout. And it took about a week, but eventually getting up and staying up was a lot easier. And within that first week, around day 3 came the headaches. And it wasn't like that usual throbbing sensation that like goes around your entire head. This one was like a specific sharp pain in one spot, but it ended after the first week. And surprisingly, the toughest issue for me was actually just doing. It goes back to that natural energy with getting up and staying up, but in this case, it was just motivation. Without that boost that used to come out of nowhere, like, let's go, it was pretty hard to convince myself to want to work out or do anything, because in most cases, I would only dwell on like how tired I was, or how tired it would make me, or how much I had to actually do that day. And those 3 things that are pretty much the first thought process of anyone that just woke up were the most overwhelming concepts of life for me until day 14. After 2 weeks without caffeine, I had no desire to consume it, most likely from PTSD. I was able to think clearly again, and any irritability or agitation was pretty much non-existent. It's definitely the first step of more to come towards self-improvement, but understand this isn't permanent. I personally haven't experienced any negative side effects from quitting caffeine, but I would definitely consider trying a supplement or an energy drink that falls anywhere between a cup of coffee and what's recommended. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I post content daily to help you start your fitness journey. Now let's keep working smarter.